Welcome back. I've been traveling around Ireland for the past 2 weeks. My trip is focused on slow living in little cottages along the wild Atlantic Way. Today, I've reached my final cottage. I'll be staying for the next 3 days in a cottage nestled in the Wicklow Mountains. I wanted this last cottage to be somewhat different from my others. My previous cottage was on an alpaca farm, but this cottage farm has a wider variety of animals, a garden, and so much more. And so my morning begins like it always does, with a good cup of tea to tackle the day. While I was exploring the farm, I bumped into the owners who told me about their land across the street and that I was free to go explore. So I decided to go check it out. I'm currently in a cottage nestled in the beautiful Wicklow Mountains. The cottage that I'm currently on has a little farm and it has a bunch of miniature goats. There's a donkey somewhere on the property that I haven't located yet. There's also a little garden that I'm able to go and take things from, and I've also seen some sheep. I don't think it belongs to the people that own this property or this cottage, but I think it belongs to maybe their neighbors, and it's just a huge sheep field, and I get to look at little baby lambs in the morning. They also have another property across the road where it's pretty much just a huge plot of land that's untouched, and it also has a river that it runs through. So you can go down to the river and you can have a little picnic and you can just sit and enjoy. And I've spent pretty much all day frolicking down there. It's been raining off and on, and it's just been such a beautiful and lovely day. I think it's like 4 or 5 p.m. here, and I think I'm already going to go ahead and turn in for the night, or at least just stay in for the rest of the night. I'm gonna go take a nice hot shower, and I was a bit proactive this morning, and I went and I got firewood and brought it inside so that I would not be doing it in the rain as it is currently doing right now. But for the rest of today, I think I'm going to be reading. I have picked up quite a few books in my travels, so I definitely want to start making some progress on this. So I think I'm going to spend the rest of the day reading, enjoying a nice cozy fire. I've also been doing some laundry that I'm going to hang here in a second. So I'm just going to have a nice little slow relaxing day. This is just a vintage book of poems that I got back at home. This isn't something I'm trying to rush to read, so I might read a poem or two out of this today, but it's probably not going to be my main book. I'm actually stuck between these two books on which one I want to read. This one you guys have already seen, and I'm already a few pages into it. It's a pretty easy read, and it's a bunch of different little short stories, so it's easy to start and stop. So I might just go ahead and either read a few and then switch over, or maybe just finish the whole book. I also have this one that I picked up for about €3 at a thrift shop here, and it's called Sheila of the O'Byrnes. Hopefully I'm saying that right. The book is basically about Sheila, and she writes about her journey through the past 5 years, traveling through Ireland. And I thought it was a really interesting read because it mentions a lot of little villages that I personally have passed through my time here in Ireland. So I'm pretty much just doing chores and reading for the rest of the day, so you guys can join me as I wind down. After a relaxing first day at the cottage, it was time to do some farm chores before heading off to a hike. all of my farm tours completed, I'm headed off for a hike in the Wicklow Mountains. Another cozy day at the cottage. I've got the fire going and I'm just kind of beaming over today. Today was a really fun day. I started my morning by going around doing some farm chores. I got to get out and feed all of the animals that were on the property. Thanks to the owner, they let me go around and feed them all. So they have a bunch of miniature goats. Then they also have 2 ponies and then 1 donkey, and then they have a bunch of sheep as well. So I got to go around and feed all of them. The owner also has a little garden and she has a bunch of stuff blooming that she really needed to get eaten up. So she allowed me to go in there and pick some stuff that was used later on for a stew. I also went to the Wicklow National Park. The owners had recommended one of the hikes. I think it's only like a 9 or 10 minute drive from where I'm at. They recommended to do the Miners Village hike because you get to walk around the big lake, and if you go a bit further up you can really see very far out and just see all the beautiful landscape, and it was such a beautiful hike. I said I was going to stay inside and craft all day because I thought it was going to be raining all day. It has pretty much rained all day, but it hasn't rained to the point where it would stop me from doing anything. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my little adventures, and I'll see you guys next time.